All right. So how many of you were able to join our accountability session with Robert? Cool. So I did this morning and this was really helpful. I want to make sure everyone has the action plan in there and that we actually send out the email. It's fun to watch Julian row right now. So I appreciate being part of your workout. And Shane, I'm gonna make you show everyone your lawn one day, just so people could see what like momentum really looks like in life. So if you were not able to join, let me just kind of break down what this action plan is as I helped Robert make it. The action plan really is a way for you to stay in touch with your clients throughout the entire year, right? Oftentimes we all get stuck on, well, what do I say? What do I do? How do I do it? When do I write it? Do I use bulk email? Do I use newsletters? I want to send a video. Well, what happens then? I'd love to send a handwritten note, right? But what do I really write to people? Well, all of those things are things that come up for everybody, right? So how many people, this is not a yes question, hit no. How many people don't have Robert's action plan into their Compass account? Hit no. Four or five people. So hit yes if you do have it. All right, so the majority are yeses. For those few no's, I'm going to go through this quickly so you can catch up. And we are going to send our first bulk email today. Sound good? Has anyone sent their Valentine's Day email from yesterday here? Just write in Valentine. One. Robert, it was recorded. Everything we do is recorded. Marlene, you've been here for a while. You know I don't show up without being recorded. Everywhere I go, it's like the Truman Show. All right, let me go through this with everybody and a couple different hacks. Let me just open. All right. So if you log into your Compass account, the first thing you're going to want to do is go to contacts. The action plan is meant for you as an agent, and it's our way that we were able to coach you throughout the year. In discussing this with Robert and the Compass team, we thought about how agents' lives and relationships would be transformed if they're able to have a simple system on staying in touch with people. So for those of you that haven't done it, you'll go to create, you will type yourself in as a contact. This says create, there's an existing one, it's fine, you'll hit create. So this will say create for you, mine just says update. It will bring you to this screen. From here, you'll simply just click tools. Tools, and as you can see, mine's active. I'll delete it for the sake of deleting it. So you go to here, after you go to tools, you can start an action plan. When you're at this screen, these are all the plans that you've saved from the library into your CRM. We can ignore these for now. We can just hit add from library. You scroll down, you hit this button, you see Robert's plan, you can see all the touch points, and you can hit add. Now, once you hit add, it brings you back to the screen. Now, there's a review button that brings you to the next place you need to go here. Hit review. Now, this will show you the whole plan. You could pick whichever day you want to start. We're going to start it today. And once you hit start, the plan and everything included, it will now be uploaded into the Compass system under you as the agent. Do not assign this to clients. I say this again, do not assign this to clients. That is a bad idea. Right now we want to take actions. So look, if you look in tasks, there was one from 2 days ago, but here's all the other things that we need to do, right? So now we're all going to send this email out together, right? I still see there's a good, it's on the list. All right, let's write this out together. And if not, I suggest everyone send another bulk email. So if you're an agent home, you're going to go to messages. And in messages, you'll click new bulk message. Now you're here. If you go to templates, there's your last use template, your own templates, and Compass's templates. So I'm going to type in Valentine, V-A-L-E-N-T, and the email comes up. So fallbacks are that there are some things here like first name, and you want to make sure that it's done correctly. There's also this here that says insert thing you love doing, right? That's the variable, that's the personalization aspect of this. Now, I want everyone to get here, and I'm going to give you all a minute to do so. If you're stuck or have a question, just drop it in the chat. All right, perfect. Now you want to customize this template. Do not add this into, Matt, you're not adding this to a client. You're assigning this to you. So the essence of this is you're an agent. It's saying, hey, send a bulk email to 10 different people, right? Or send this email to your past clients and spheres of influence. Shannon, what's not pulling up for you? Write it down in the chat to be a little more specific. So let's talk about personalizing this, right? As Valentine's Day is approaching, I'm thinking about things I love most in the world. Today, I'm thinking about, and this is where you can humanize it. So if you click templates, type in click on Compass, V-A-L-E-N-T. I'm bad with spelling, so I didn't want to spell the whole word wrong. And it will come up. It's hard coded in here. So this is personalizing it. Now, this is where everyone gets lost. Now, I'm going to personalize this. And here's what I'm going to tell you. And this is what Robert had said yesterday. It's really good advice. He goes, if you feel weird sending this, send it to 3 people. Send it to 5 people. Send it to 1 person, right? And when you start getting responses, you're like, oh, wow, this is great, right? So if I was to do this, and I'm a coach, right? I can create a message that would go out to everyone like this. As Valentine's Day approaching, I'm thinking about the things I love most in the world. And today I'm thinking about how much I love watching others grow in life and business. Over the past several months, I truly appreciate being part of your journey and hearing your and seeing the smile on your face when you have a breakthrough. I'm thinking about how much I love watching others grow in life and business. Over the past several months, I truly appreciate being part of your journey and seeing the smile on your face when you have a breakthrough. Thank you for sharing your love with the world and being you. Hope you got some time this month to do what you love and spend time with those close to you. Simple is good. It could be anything you want. Miriam, this one's not showing up in your task because this task was set for February 7th. So there's not another one that's going to show up there because there's not another one for the next 7 days. So I just said go to messages and go to bulk messages. So this is a message that I could send, right? And when you're sending it now, you can edit by filters, groups, tags. Say I had a top 5 group, right? If I click this button here, we'll select everybody. If I click this will unselect it. But here's the interesting part. If I can look at this, thank you for sharing your love with the world and being you. And Rory has a small daughter. So I said, I hope you get some time this month to do what you love and spend time with Archer and read her those bedtime stories she loves. You could personalize it, right? Now, the other thing you can do is if you want to be productive, you can use this send to all later, right? In November together, we'll talk about how we start sending videos of gratitude videos to our clients. And we start actually recording them in September, right? Because to record 100 videos in a short amount of time is unreasonable. But to do 5 videos a day over the course of a couple months, you can get a lot of these messages out. So you could send to all later, or you could send them all now. So I'm going to stop my screen share here. Now, I need you all to send the message, right? For those of you who have not. Anything you do is better than nothing. Now, I want you all to think about this before I give everyone a minute to send this. What would happen for you if you let go of this idea of perfect, right? We all think everything has to be perfect. And in our process of perfect, nothing gets done. We are so focused on people that, well, what are they going to say? What are they going to think? What are they going to do? I can't share myself. These are my clients. The last time I checked, when you did a real estate transaction, you talked to people about more than just real estate. No? So why can't you share who you are and what you love? If I was an agent to the best people that sent me referrals, I'd literally be firing off video messages. And I would take this same template and I would say, you know, as Valentine's Day approaches, I'm thinking about all the things I love most in the world. And today I'm thinking about how much I really love the opportunity of being a girl dad. You know, my 5-year-old daughter, Valentina, has like a hair routine like her mother does. And I'm obsessed with the fact of how to do it perfectly to her standards. And it's something I love doing and something I need to watch a lot more YouTube videos on. I just want to share that with you and hope it inspires you to think about or share a moment with somebody else you love. Looking forward to catching up soon. Chirag. Do you think people would not want to get a video like that? If I'm a suburban realtor and all my clients are people that are families, that's a video that'll inspire somebody to think and do something differently, right? But that's me in a nutshell. If you had to summarize this, watch. In 1 or 2 words, write what you enjoy most about me as a person. Is it who I am, what I do, what I say? Do I make you more money? Put it in the chat box, and I will explain to you how this all works with your clients because you guys are my clients. Or no one has anything to say about me, and you guys all just come here every day. Oh, there's the chat box. There's the chat. Enthusiasm, inspiration, energy, sincerity, passion for helping others, lasers, focus, authenticity, energy, positive outlook, inspiration, keep me accountable, positive attitude, directness, listening skills are elite, smart, positive energy. I love how you always have an answer for everything. Yes, I do. All of the above, focus systems, right? So if you think about that, do I convey that in all of my messaging to you through all my interactions? Am I afraid to share who I am with you? Listen, we live in a world that's just flat out overproduced and people are sick of it. Like, think about how crazy this is. We live in a world where people are afraid to be themselves. Why? Like, that's where I came up with this concept I want to share with you today of letting go of perfect. The last time I checked, the type of people that don't like getting nice messages like this probably generally don't make really good clients for most of you. I don't, like, if I look at my community and the people that I attract like-minded people, right? If you had an introverted person that didn't like people in general, I probably would make them sick. It's very simple, right? Which means that if you're attracted and like me for all of these things, you're similar in some kind of way too, or want to be. So your clients and your people are similar too. You ever find somebody that like loves experience, like if you love experiencing, helping people, the journey, like what a home means, and you work with an introverted accountant, is that a good experience for you? No. Generally isn't, right? So when you're sending these messages, this is a part of who you are. And if you ever want to grow an actual personal brand, this is how you do it. If you want your clients to look at you as a human being and not a person that wants money, this is how you do it. And by the way, this is something that no one ever thinks about and that I constantly think about. That relationship that you build with somebody when you buy or sell a home is a pretty intimate one because you're talking to them so many times a week, correct? Hit yes if you agree. Now, here's the scary part. That intimacy, that friendship, that connection, right? You're talking to them about their kids, their family, their spouses, their partners, their work, their vacation, everything, right? This is a boundaryless job. That's why a lot of you asked questions the other day about, you know, my husband's saying this, the wife is saying this. You guys are marriage counselors as well, too. People argue in front of you. People share their complaints in front of you. That means that they trust you. But we have this whole facade, and I'm not saying it's not authentic, but guess what? When you treat somebody like that and they never get those kinds of interactions with you after they're done being a client and you made your commission check, how does that make you look? Sure as hell not authentic, I'll tell you that much. So we all need transactional, bingo. So we all need to wake up to this fact. And this is why I think people should send this message. Like, I'm looking at my buddy Shane here in Boston. Shane is a very, like, if you met him, he's the one guy you'd want to call in the evening if something bad happened to you. He's very reliable. However, he doesn't strike me as the guy that's going to write you like a heartfelt, like Valentine's Day note card, right? He's not like a touchy-feely guy, but he can still communicate like this. So for him, it's going to be challenging, right, Shane, to get out of your comfort zone and write something like this. But he'll do it, right? You could find a story, something that you find that you're passionate about, right? If you want to make it a little different, ask a question in the end, right? What do you love to do that you want to do over the next week or month? Everyone that's written these emails has gotten a ton of good responses. That's one. The second one is note cards, right? So look at this. Brad, where are you? Unmute yourself. Oh, I have to unmute you. You guys see this? Okay, you can unmute yourself.
Yep.
You see this, guys? If I'm looking for a referral in this market, I'm never going to forget Brad because he sent me a very genuine, thoughtful note. If you think this stuff doesn't work, I send people referrals like this because I remember thoughtful people. I come across hundreds of people a week. Brad in Chapel Hill, right, Brad? Think about this. This is a real note that's very genuine. Then we have another one. I have a lot of these, but I remember these people. James Anderson, he sent me his family. I was like, wow, look at this. This is awesome, right? Girls, dog. Then we have another one here from Liz Brutch in Maryland. She wrote me a very nice note. And then Jennifer Berger, she's in Montecito, California. She wrote me a very nice card and sent a Barnes & Noble gift card. I'll remember her in Montecito. These things had nothing to do with work or anything like that. They're just nice cards. Who do you know that doesn't want a handwritten thank you card? And on the flip side, to just be a little bit of a business mind as well, if you send 2 cards a day, 5 days a week for 10 months out of the year, that's 4 transactions. So the last time I checked, most of your average commission check is at least $10,000 at minimum. So you want to make $40,000 for sending 2 cards a day, 5 days a week? Like that's someone's like, you know, that's an entry level, it's an entry level job. Do I send it to their personal? I would send it to any address. Elkin, I would have a personalized note card. I would just have my name on it. So who has questions about this, right? So one of the things that we are going to do as a group is every month, all of the actions in the action plans we're going to do together. The whole thing, right? Because we have Tuesday's prospecting day. So some days we're going to record videos together. The other days we're going to sit down and we're going to write handwritten notes and I'm going to write them with you. I'm going to get you guys in the habit of doing this because the whole 0 to 1 is the hardest part. And if you did nothing more, if you did nothing more than spend $500 a month to show up here once a week for 45 times in a year and did our prospecting sessions, you would do 4 or more transactions just out of that. The math is always in your favor. But again, it goes back to all the other concepts we talked about, you know, consistency, having momentum, the right multipliers. The one thing that I wanted to get across today, and what's interesting is doing this in 2 groups. In the morning session, no one had it uploaded, the action plan. You all had all of it. The majority of you had it uploaded. So what I want to think about everyone to start, because we're going to talk about social media next week and how do we look on, if we haven't connected with someone in a while, how do we use their social media to track them down, use their CRM? But it's about authenticity. Ask yourself, are you being authentic with the people in your life? Not your friends, not your family. I'm just going to presume that you're all good people and that you are all authentic and you care. What are you doing with your clients? What are you doing with your sphere? What are you doing with your vendors? How do you love on those people? And if you get to this point where you're want to send a message and you're afraid of what people think, well, those might not be the right people for you then. If you're going to write like if you think about this logically, hit yes if you have kids here. Okay. Danielle, I'm going to use you as an example. Could you imagine if your kids came home and they said, you know, I want to write these cards, mommy, but I'm afraid that some people might not like them, right? I'm going to unmute you now. And as a mom, go ahead, unmute yourself. What would you tell? How old are your kids?
8, 10, and 12.
Perfect. So if your 8-year-old came and said that to you, what would you say to them?
I usually tell them, don't worry about what other people think.
Exactly. And if your kids all knew how much you worried about what everyone thinks, I joke around. I'm like, I should just have everyone bring their kids to these prospecting sessions, because then they'd really have to do the work. Because then, like, their kids would hear what I'm saying, and you wouldn't have to be sitting there all stuck with excuses sometimes. So, like, you don't have to worry about that. Stop worrying and be yourself. The world is filled with plenty of imposters. You don't need to be another one of them.
Mhm.
You should be, no matter who you are and what you do, like, you should wake up and be proud of it, passionate about it. You should feel good about sharing it with people. If your real estate and if your Instagram is filled with just houses, no one is waking up to go on Instagram to look at houses unless you have cool freaking 20, $30 million houses with these insane views. You better be telling good stories, or still people won't look at them. Your clients, your tribe, your network, people connect with you. And Robert's entire action plan that we built together is a way to express who you are with your clients throughout the year. There's one equity analysis email in there that I wrote that we put in there. Outside of that, it's all things to build relationships, and relationships are built on people. They're built on your personality. They're built on authenticity. They're built on connection. So I hope all of you send that email. I hope all of you, if you get stuck, will just send it to 2 or 3 different people. And I hope all of you get a little bit more comfortable with letting go of perfect. Nothing has to be perfect. It's okay if somebody doesn't like your note. Doesn't make that person a bad person either. It just means that that person isn't for you. And the more comfortable you get with who you are, the more of a multiplier you'll be for yourself. So that's what I have for everybody today. So next week, we're going to dive into social media, sharing your voice, tracking people down and reconnecting with them when you haven't talked to them for a while. If somebody doesn't appreciate your message, you don't want them in your database anyway. Yeah, do you guys all remember AIM? It's like, I'm going to kick you off my buddy list. Like, that's really what this is like, right? You don't need these people in your life. You need multipliers. I'm telling you, the world in this business is not going to get easier. And please, every time you come here, put a message in the chat box and meet somebody else. Make a new friend in here. If you're going to sit here 3 days a week with the same people, get to know them. Take the time to do that. And by the way, out of these relationships, I can't tell you how many referrals are exchanged. I can't tell you how many groups of friends have been made from, like, our events and Zoom, or it's like when we did our first event in Brooklyn, like all the, like, it's like, it was like Toy Story. It's like when all the, when all the toys come to life, it's like when all my Zoom screens came to life. It was pretty cool. So listen, if you want to get to know somebody, say, hey, who would like to connect for a coffee, right? Or who would like to connect for a Zoom coffee? I'm going to leave this open for another 5 minutes. Alexa, Brooke will stay on. I encourage you to start swapping contact information, and I wanted this session to be a little bit, obviously I switched the speed up this week, right? We didn't get as tactical. We'll get back to tactics next week, but I think every so often we need kind of a motivation in performance coaching and how to approach our work, how to think about it, what we need to do. And again, like, we have our things in Business Tracker. You guys are keeping notes in the CRM. We're implementing Robert's action plan. This is how you have an exponential growth to your business at the end of the year. Remember, small actions done consistently produce oversized results. So I love you all, and I shall see you guys on Monday. Bye, everybody. Stay on and meet people. Bye.
We're all being so quiet.
We're supposed to chat. Hi, everyone.
Everyone from the East Coast, send me East Coasters. I'd love that. I'm the only one that wants my people here.
Where are you, Lynn?
I live in Denver.
Denver, done. I'm just adding Brad.
I'm from Philly, so
Oh, nice.
more East Coasters, the better for me here. Less insulting. I look a hot mess, so you don't really need to see me right now.
All right, Lynn and Brad, I got you guys.
Thank you. We speak the same language, you know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, I'm jumping off on that note. Love you guys. See you guys
Thank you guys.
Later. Have a good day.
Bye.
You too. Talk to you soon.
And I'm also not sure if all of you guys are comfortable on our online community. So I'm going to just put the email if you have any questions or need anything at all in the chat. So for those of you guys that are still on, grab that email if you need anything pertaining to our online materials. And other than that, we will see you tomorrow if you're a part of the 10 by 10 challenge. If not, then on Monday, have a fabulous weekend. Ciao.